Am I recording right now? I think I'm recording. Yeah, it says I am. I should have gotten my phone before I stop it. Is the camera close enough? How about I get closer? That seems right. Hi, my name is Annie, and today I am talking to you about planning a Disney vacation during the COVID-19 pandemic. A little bit about me: I am a Christian, I'm a wife, I'm a mom of an almost 2-year-old. I am a teacher, I am a former athlete who's trying to lose some weight, so you'll probably see some videos about that. I'm a book enthusiast. I will be making some videos about books that I'm reading right now, but right now I'm talking about my love of Disney and going to Disney World. Also, I don't know what to do with my hands right now. I probably am going to break this up into a series of videos because I understand that if you are like me, your attention span is short, and if you have a video that has too many things in it, you cannot focus for very long. So today I am just going to be going over choosing your dates for your vacation, choosing your resort, and purchasing your ticket. When I was planning our vacation, I went to YouTube to find some advice and couldn't really find a lot of videos about this. I am not at the level of a Disney travel agent, but I am a person that loves planning vacations, and I've planned 11 to 13 Disney vacations. So I would say I know a little bit, but I don't know a lot about Disney during the pandemic. So I'm just going to be sharing my experience and what I've learned about planning a Disney trip by yourself during this time period. I'd also like to preface this with, I am a teacher, my husband is a teacher, so we really only have experience with going to Disney on school breaks. So for us, that is the summer, Thanksgiving, Christmas, spring break. And for us, because we live in an area that celebrates Mardi Gras break. Our personal favorite time to go is Mardi Gras because only about 3 states celebrate that holiday, so the crowds are fairly low and the temperatures are mild, and that's why we like it. One day we really hope to go during October or the end of September to experience the Halloween celebrations. So the first step in planning of any vacation is obviously to select the dates when you are going. And because we're talking about Disney World, you really want to look at your crowds and your temperature. The times that I know have fewer people or the lower crowds at Disney are usually around the end of September, beginning of October. Also, January is a good time to go because the crowds are lower. And there are quite a few times during the spring. For us being teachers, the time that has the lowest crowds is either the beginning of June when other schools haven't gotten out but we have, or Mardi Gras break. My suggestion to you is, if you are wanting to get the full Disney experience, I would plan a trip that is between 5 and 7 days. 10 days can get a little excessive, but 5 and 7 days have been really good time frames for us. So what we do is we just go to the Disney website, we put in our dates that we would like to go, and we look at the resorts that are open at Disney. We prefer to stay on Disney property for several reasons. One, the ease of transportation between the parks and the resorts. 2, we just like being in the Disney bubble. And 3, we like going home in the middle of the day, I say home, to our resort in the middle of the day and kind of taking a nap and relaxing. We'll usually get to the park right when it opens, come home in the middle of the day, take a nap, go back at night, and kind of stay until park closes. We have a toddler now. This is going to be our first trip with a child, so that probably will change a little bit, except for the going home in the middle of the day and napping. That will not change. I know a lot of people have really great experiences staying off property. We've only stayed off property once, and it wasn't we had a bad experience, we just preferred being at the resorts. So if you are staying on Disney property, you really need to know what resorts are open right now. They are doing kind of a phased reopening of all of their resorts. So if we're talking about the value level, and these are like motel style resorts at Disney, they're still amazing, but they're just set up like motels where you have your door that leads outside. The only value resort that's open at Disney right now is Pop Century. That's actually where we're going to be staying because we won't be spending a ton of time at our resort except for nap time and nighttime. I have heard that they plan on opening the All-Star resorts towards the end of March, and I don't even know if it's all of the All-Star resorts. But if you're not familiar with Disney, they have 3 All-Star resorts. They have All-Star Music, All-Star Movies, and All-Star Sports. I think those are reopening March 22nd. As far as their moderate resorts, these are still set up motel style, but the rooms are a little more spacious and the amenities are nicer. The moderate resorts that are open right now are Art of Animation, Caribbean Beach, Coronado Springs, and the Fort Wilderness campgrounds. We have stayed at none of these. I've heard wonderful things about Coronado Springs. We had a couple of friends who they, on their honeymoon, stayed at Coronado Springs, and it was beautiful, but all Disney resorts are awesome. So, the deluxe resorts, the ones that are open are the Contemporary and Bay Lake Towers. They're on, like, literally they share parking lots. The Wilderness Lodge Villas, so the actual Wilderness Lodge, which we've stayed at before, is not open. Animal Kingdom, Kidani Village, which we've not stayed at. We did stay at Jumbo House, but they're not open right now, and specifically the villas. The Beach Club villas are open, the Boardwalk villas are open, the Grand Floridian villas, all of Old Key West Resort is open, all of Saratoga Springs is open, the Polynesian villas are open, all of the Yacht Club. Is it the Yacht Club? Yacht Club is open, and their new resort, the Riviera. So those are the resort options for right now. My suggestion, if you're not planning on spending a lot of time in your hotel room, just go ahead and go with Pop Century, the value resort, or one of the moderate resorts. It's gonna save you money, and yeah, it's gonna save you money. All right, and the last bit of information I'm going to share with you today is booking your tickets for a Disney vacation during this time. Disney is requiring that when you purchase tickets, for each day of your tickets, you reserve a park because they're very careful about their capacities right now. They started with, you know, you've got to book and you've got to stay at that park the whole day. Now they have added the park hopper option, but the park hopper option is not like it used to be. It used to be if you had a park hopper ticket, you could just like bounce back and forth all day long. And I want to say that it's like a $20 or $30 upcharge for your tickets. Probably should have looked that up. I'll put it down in the notes below. How about that? Well, now the park hopper option is you still have to make a reservation for what park you are going to be in the morning, and then if you decide that you want to hop to another park, go to another park at any point during the day, you cannot do that until 2 in the afternoon, which is fine for us because that's usually when we would go to another park anyway. We usually spend the morning in one park and then the evening in another park. So right now, if you were to go to Disney World for one day, your ticket would cost $109. That's without the park hopper option. Now, the more days you book, the cheaper it gets. So your first day, your ticket cost $109. The second day, $107. The third day, $105. So it gets a little bit cheaper each day. When you go from 1 to 5 days, so the first day is $109, the fifth day is $88. So there's like a huge jump between the fourth and fifth day. The park hopper option adds, it looks like it adds like $10. So it's worth it for me. But just to refresh, I went over choosing your Disney dates. You want to choose a time when it is less crowded. 2, we prefer staying at Disney resorts just because you stay in that magic bubble. And if you're not going to spend a lot of time in your room, might as well go with the value resort. The one that's open right now is Pop Century. 3, you have your tickets. You can get a base ticket and you've got to reserve a park for your day. If you do a park hopper option, which adds about $10 to your ticket each day, then you cannot go to your second park until 2 o'clock. Also, in case you didn't know, if your child is under 2, you don't have to have a ticket for them. So that's another reason why we're like, let's go. Let's go. Let's do it before we have to pay for her. We might be exhausted, but we're gonna have a good time. And we're fully expecting that it's not gonna be like any of our other Disney trips. So me recording these videos later, I might be like, is it worth it with a toddler? Probably not. But I will let you know. Next video, I will be talking about dining options, what they're doing for Fast Pass right now, and the rides that are open. So, see you real soon, as they would say at Disney. Why am I so awkward?